Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. Soul Garden. Namaste and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. My name is Christopher Rayman Witecki and I'm your soul biographer, here to translate what's going on up in the outerverse down into figuring out your innerverse. And I'm so grateful to be back. Once again, I have been off the air. I'll explain in just a minute. First, a couple announcements. One, I'm doing a webcam workshop at the end of the month and the beginning of April called Jumpstart the Heart. This is in response to many of my clients who are telling me that they're having a hard time finding love, or they're having a hard time really feeling their heart, or they're having a difficult time figuring out what they should do or what they really want. This is a disconnection to your heart, my friend. Come Jumpstart the Heart for just $33.95. This is a class one-on-one with me, actually 1-on-8, and we're going to get in a 90-minute period some basic fundamentals to returning to your heart and restoring faith in your inner child. So check it out. Also, if you buy a 1-hour reading with me right now, you will get a free Secrets of Birthday video emailed to you before the reading. And I got to say, I'm loving the way this is working because people come to the reading now with questions and they're informed. This is a 20-minute video you get for free, which is based on your chart, and then you get the reading. So come on down to soulmart.me. That's where this is all sold. And by the way, soulmart.me is a nonprofit co-op. We're developing it into a nonprofit co-op. So when you are investing in Soulmart, you're investing in the ability for other practitioners to come out as well. We put all of our money back into promoting our kind, if you will. So that said, we are in a very difficult time. The sun is in Pisces. The universe is investing an incredible amount of psychic energy in the Pisces vibration. It really is that cliche of let go and let God. I myself found myself on my back in the hospital again. I want to say thank you to every person that sent well wishes and spirit and prayer. I did really feel it and I bounced back. And it just goes to show you we are all human, and that's really kind of what we're being forced to face right now is our humanity, our own compassion for ourselves. And we're also having to stand up for those new emotional boundaries we work so hard on. So without further ado, let's take the Ascension elevator and dive deep into you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. During a Mercury retrograde, the up button will go down and the down button will go up on the Ascension elevator. Please remain seated until I've turned off the no floating sign. And as always, thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
And here we are up at 33,000 feet, and this is the horoscope for the Aquariuses, or if you bought a Lighthouse report card, we call you social architects, or for Aquarius risings as well. This horoscope will suit you. And it's an intense time. We've got a party going on in Pisces, putting incredible focus on the I manifest state of awareness. That's what Aquarius and Aquarius risings are doing. If you're an Aquarius rising, this is a boost for a lifetime. If you're an Aquarius, this is the annual boost. But either way, the universe is investing heavily. I manifest comes down to what I call soul capital. Your soul must hold space for what you value. Your consciousness must hold space for what you value. And this holding space is the premise of the law of attraction. If you want to draw in abundance, you must consciously walk and believe that you are worth $1 million to draw in $1 million, if that's what you really want. But we want to manifest other things besides money and objects. We want to manifest love. We want to manifest opportunities. We want to manifest. And the universe is giving Aquariuses a ton of inspiration, and that is really the key, inspiration. We're in chapter 3 of the sun in Pisces. You've already worked through your basic self-esteem and soul capital. Right now, you're healing your ability to be productive. You're healing your income right now. You're healing those types of things. But our focus is on the highest vibration, manifestation, magic, and abundance, which comes from having strong values and having good production ability. You have to actually produce to be able to manifest. They are all tied. I say that because I'm a Taurus. This is what I do. I manifest. I love manifesting. It's so much fun. And the universe is investing in your manifestation. Look at all these planets: Neptune, Mercury, Chiron, Venus, the Sun, Mars, and the Moon zips through this period this week. We'll go from step 20 to step 27, or step 9 in the end. That means you're moving into the passion, the master shui of this transit, the passion of what you want to manifest, and you're going to be acting on that by the end of the week. Now, there's also another story, which is this Saturn in Scorpio, which has been trailblazing, cutting away the Aquariuses from the old career or some old poor decisions and leaving you kind of out to dry to move forward in a new career. But you may not know where to go. Saturn is now retrograde, which means you're going to have to hold space and not slip into the old decisions or slip into the old patterns until Saturn goes direct. So there's a lot of pressure to have to stand up and have integrity. It's not easy. Then Pluto is also pushing for Aquariuses to take the next step in inner faith. So you're also getting kind of pushed into the pool or into the cold water. And this will move to step 11 this week. So it is about having integrity with your higher self and having faith with your higher self. A lot going on for the Aquas. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Of course, I like to do that in outer space. So as we begin, we have our timeline at the bottom. It is not animated. That is due to you guys talking to me and telling me what works for you. And let's start, of course, with Sunday Fun Day. Cloudy with a chance of insecurity at the beginning of this week. That's because the moon first enters into Pisces, and this brings up all of the self-esteem issues. It also brings up any karmic self-esteem issues. So if you were poor in a past life, or if you were a starving Buddhist, or or roaming, trying to convert people as a Christian, or something like that in a past life, and you were poor, well, that might come up. Those feelings come up as the moon crosses Neptune. The point is really just to stay open and not let things get to you. Then on Monday, it's Love Fest Day, and it's Lightcast Day. It's like a super spiritual holiday. And on top of all of that, Jupiter rules the day, which brings us a lot of fortune and optimism. So there's a lot of great stuff going on, but we got to take a look at the planets to really see this. Look at this. There's Neptune, like I said. Neptune, Mercury retrograde, Chiron, Venus, the Sun, and Mars. I call it the party in Pisces. And on Monday, the moon crosses this party and strums your soul capital like a harpsichord. All right. Now, the first thing is Love Fest Day. As the moon crosses Venus there at step 7, you'll be able to give and receive. So if you've had a lot of anxiety, once the moon crosses Venus during the day, you'll give and receive. It's at step 7, which means the universe will give you grace. You'll feel grace is what you're going to feel. We're all going to feel God's grace with Love Fest. Then the moon crosses the Sun, and that is Lightcast Day. This is where you want the moon, your emotions, and the sun, what you love, to come together. In your case, it's how you feel and what you love about what you want to manifest. So you want to visualize with the passion and love behind you and hold that space, particularly over the time the moon crosses the sun. This is just maximizing on vibration. You're going to put a big vibe out if you do this on Love Fest Lightcast Day. This is a super holiday. It doesn't usually happen like this if you've been watching this for a while. All right, then on Tuesday, cloudy chance of mind games. That's because the moon moves into Aries and crosses Uranus, and Uranus rules the day. So you're going to have to hold passionate faith on Tuesday for what you're wanting to manifest will happen, and you're going to have to keep your mind from screwing it up. So when your emotions start to feel or your mind starts to react to your emotions on Tuesday, you want to respond differently, all right? You want to respond to yourself a different way. You want your mind to respond to itself a different way. What kind of way? A way that is pro-supportive of your manifestation, not negative, not looking for a flaw. We do not look for flaws after we lightcast. We go with it. We let our passions move forward, all right? So on Tuesday, do not let yourself get pulled in by your own mental rhetoric. On Wednesday, it's sunny and chatty. Now, Mercury is retrograde and it rules the day. And Mercury is going all the way back to the beginning of soul capital. So as you were trying to step into the passion of what you want to manifest, you were reconsidering your basic self-esteem. Don't feel bad about that. That's okay. Now, the moon is in Aries, so you're very easily can articulate yourself. And if you've been in some sort of a social squeeze or something, then you'll probably want to talk about it to someone on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's sunny and outspoken, maybe even chatty is a way to go. Venus rules the day, so you might even start to give and receive or start to receive the first pieces of your manifestation. One of the things I teach when I teach manifestation is that it comes in pieces. So the first lily pad should show up on step 6. This might be a sign, this might be a note, this might be some money, but it is going to come. As the day progresses, you do get tired because the moon moves into Taurus, pulling you into a nest rest transit. Then comes Friday. And on Friday, you are cloudy, nesting, and resting. You're probably tired. Neptune rules the day, so intuition is flooding you. Now, if you are, again, manifesting, do not react. If you pick up on negative information on Friday, you're incredibly psychic on Friday. We're all psychic on Friday. So what if you're picking up that the client's having doubts? That's them on Friday. Let's pick up on them on Saturday and see what it is. So be careful not to go the wrong way. It is really a nesting and resting. You should attune that psychic energy to what your emotions need on Friday, not what the world needs. And there's a point where you might feel a tug of war between your own emotional needs and your career as the moon opposes Saturn for a few hours on Friday. Then on Saturn Day, Saturn rules the day, and you are nesting and resting again. The moon is deep into Taurus, but Saturn gives you the blade of Saturn, and so you're probably feeling pretty strong. You're also probably feeling pretty strong about career, so if you're having guilt or whatever, Saturn coming back gives you the strength of Saturn. Saturn is retrograding, so part of the day will be career, but really what you want to do on Saturday is decide and commit to what you are manifesting. So although we light casted at the beginning of the week, you are committing to that light cast by Saturday. So again, do not waver, hold the passion, and decide on Saturday what it is that you indeed want to manifest. Then on Sunday, it's sunny and childlike with a minor chance of anxiety. The moon will cross over Jupiter, and Jupiter is a big focus of a yod that's going on all week. Let's take a look at this yod. This yod goes on from Tuesday all the way through the week, but I think you're feeling it on Sunday as the moon crosses this point. So this yod basically brings in two major points. The yod is the green, incidentally. So that's Pluto on one side, which is saying, hey, you have got to step in and have that inner faith on your own. And the other side is Saturn retrograde in the house of career, saying, hey, do not slip into the old decisions. Do not slip into the old career path. Well, how do we pull this off? Well, God gives us a yod. God says you pull both of them off in one stroke by simply surrendering to what your inner child wants and being very decisive about what your inner child wants. So by being kind of whimsical and dreamy and loving and la 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 and skip down the road as far as the yellow brick road is concerned, being in your heart will solve those other two issues. Now the red line between Jupiter and Chiron there means that your inner child is afraid you don't have the confidence to pull it off. Those fears won't go away right away. What you want to do is follow God's yod and just surrender to the inner child. Who cares how we're going to pay for it? It's going to happen. All right, let's fly home and wrap this up. Well, thanks for watching your horoscope. And in closing, I just want to remind you of a couple of points. On the one hand, listen to those little birdies. Listen to that instinct. Neptune is plowing through to open up our psychic awareness, and the ones who will do well are the ones who listen. Mercury is retrograde to the end of this horoscope, which means reconsider, rethink, be open to ideas you're not open to. If you normally listen, speak up. If you normally speak up, listen. And don't forget about that yod with Jupiter. You want to be decisive about the topic I talked about in your horoscope. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be of soul service. Remember, I am live on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific with my guided hangouts where I go into a deep topic and dive into what we're dealing with on a deeper level. And if you don't know, if you receive GA text and Gmail, I am now emailing much more deep transcripts in the emails, getting deeper on the texts, and forwarding videos that are of importance to you. So if you want to join and be watched over by the Guardian Agency, it's really only 1 penny for the first week. Just come on to gatext.me. All right, folks, I love you so much with full gratitude. Namaste. See you next week.